Oh, good morning. What a miserable day. It is pouring and going to rain all day and all night. They're saying we could get as much as 6 inches, which, if you know how much rain we've had with an additional 6 inches, just, I don't know how it could be in a drought. Anyway, I am going to grind the bevels on this machete, and I've started doing something recently. My left side grinding is my weak side. So what I've started doing is grinding the bevel on my weak side first, and then flipping the knife around, and then grinding on my good side. And it's far easier to make your good side bevel match your weak side bevel than it is vice versa. So that's all I'm here to do today, except, let me tell you this. This is the Craftsman, and it's sold. I got a lot of work to do to it. And the Regent Sheffield is also sold to the same person. And the big Bowie knife, I think it's called Boron. Yeah, the big one with a some people call it a blood groove, but for some reason knife makers become furious if you call that. It's called a Fuller. Most people know it as a blood groove, but for some reason knife makers become furious if you call it a blood groove. So technically it's a Fuller, but you would know it as a blood groove. It's that big Bowie with a Fuller, no sheath. That is spoken for, and I think that's it. But what I'm going to do now, this has got the Craftsman logo on it, and I found a lot about this out. This is made in 1940s, and it wasn't made by Craftsman. It was made by a company that started in 1893, and this is what they did. And I cannot remember the name of the company. It begins with a B. It was like Bison, Bissell, and it was in a city that begins with a C, like Crystal, Christensen, or something like that. And if I come across that info again, I'll save it. So all I'm going to do is knock these rivets off, and I've got some vinegar. I'm going to soak this in vinegar and try to get rid of the majority of the rust. That way it will require far less sanding, and I don't want to disturb the logo, because that's part of the intrigue, I think, in something this old. And did I show you how thick this is? This is thicker than a 1/4 inch. Let me, I'm going to get a ruler out and I'll show you. So yeah, just, that would be 2, 4, 6, 7, no, 2, I'm going by 30 seconds. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 30 seconds. 9 30 seconds thick. That is a thick chunk of steel. Alrighty, and it's full tang too, which I like. It's going to be far easier to put some really nice handles on there. The person who's buying it hasn't specified a wood, but I want it to be stabilized like this, or a very hard wood like desert ironwood or something like that. That way it doesn't absorb water. So that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to cut these rivets off, put this in a vinegar soak. I'm going to work on this till, probably lunch or a little after, and then I'll check on this, take some steel wool, and see how much of the rust will come off. I'm not going to leave it in there overnight. I may have to switch the vinegar out throughout the day because it is a lot of rust. But I can make this thing look brand new, and it's going to be fun. All right. I don't have my tripod in here, or I'd let you watch me grind this bevel. It's in my other shop. Alrighty, I'll show you the bevel as soon as I got it done. Alright, that was easy. Let's go get this in the... I got a tray that I stole from my wife. And actually, she saw me steal it, so it's not theft if they're looking right at you. Now this is apple cider vinegar. I'm not sure if it's the right kind of vinegar, but we will see. Well, I hope so, because there's not much left. And I spilled some. I'll be smelling vinegar all day. All right. We'll look at this here and after lunch. See you in a bit. Wow, I have smart subscribers. A friend of mine, Jeffrey Richardson, just told me what that bayonet fit, and I looked all over the internet. I couldn't find anything, but what it fits is Yugoslavian SKS M59 slash, or I guess it's M59 or M66. And I couldn't resist. Now, I have got the pebbles ground. I'm in the process of sanding. There's my sandpaper. I swear I'm working on the machete. But look at this. All I did was hit this with a buffer, and all the scratches came out. And someone told me this was made by Queen Cutlery. Look at that. I went ahead and put the edge on it just because I was in that room, and it is sharp, sharp, sharp. So I am going to make a sheath for this, and let me show you what else. This is not sold yet, so if anybody wants that, let me know. This is sold. This is the Sheffield, and look how that came out. And it's got a little bit of wax on it. Wax on, wax off. But I was going to put some True Oil on the handle, but I'm not. This is good. This is oak. And I put some wax on the handle, and I don't think it needs anything else. The brass shined up. The spine shined up. And that is the Regent Sheffield. I'll show you the other side. And it does have manufacturing marks. The grinding marks are original from the manufacturer. But these are pretty sought after, and I see why. They are pretty well made. And they use good wood. Everything fits good. Very nice. This, the person who bought this also bought the Craftsman, and you probably already saw that clip. But it's in the vinegar soaking, and I went and checked on it, and it doesn't seem to be making any difference. So it is apple cider vinegar. It might be the white vinegar that I'm supposed to use. I don't know. And it's cheap enough, and you can get it anywhere. We have a Dollar Tree right here in our little town of 1,900 people. We have a Dollar Tree. So I'm sure they got white vinegar. All right, I'm fixing to take me a short break, and then I'm going to jump on that machete and go to sanding. I'll show you what I got so far. Right now I sand the handle up to an inch or two past the ricasso, and then I take the machete out. Because it's so long, I have to do that in sections. And I turn it around, and then I start sanding the bevel lines out, the grind lines. Alrighty, see you in a bit. I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. I got those two finished. That, I just can't believe how nice that came out. It's amazing what a buffer will do. And here's the other one. This was the Cutman, but I sanded off some rust, and the name Cutman came off. It's Cutman with a K, and it was on this side, and this was heavily pockmarked, but it's spotless now, and the wood is in excellent shape. I don't know what kind of wood that is, but all I did was buff it and wax it. And then here's, now I still got to work on the sheath, but oh yeah, that is a sharp son of a gun right there. I violated my cardinal rule. I sharpened it and then worked on it, instead of what I usually do is work on it, and then when it's absolutely done. All right. Now this is Chinese, right? Yeah, Chinese. But I tell you, it appears to be fairly well made, which is a bit surprising. So, with this sheath repaired, I may do that today, I don't know. I think I'm gonna ask 50 bucks for it and $10 shipping, because that's what it costs me to ship in the size of the box this will fit in. And I always throw in, you know, a BC decal and a couple other things, a little BC key ring. But what do you think? 60 bucks? How's that sound? And sharp? My God. So I don't even know what to ask for this. I would say it is definitely not high end like this, the Sheffield, but this is a good little cleaver. How about 35? And it's gonna cut. It won't fit in my $10 box. It'll fit in my $11 box. Actually, it's $13.98 or something like that. And I'll tell you what. Let's call it. I don't need to make a whole lot of money, but I need to justify my time and shipping. So if you're in, oh, and very extremely sharp. That little sharpener of mine. Let's just call this 45 bucks even. And this will last you your lifetime. It does seem to be well made. And if you don't put it in the dishwasher, you got to wash this by hand and dry it immediately. Same with this, even with this, you know. These are not dishwasher type of implements. This, I don't even know what to ask for this. I got to make a sheet for it still, but that's just a beautiful knife. Came out really nice. Okay. So what did I say? 60, 45, including shipping. And my friend David told me that Buck will replace blades for 10 bucks. So I'm gonna get a new blade on this. And you gotta print out a form and then mail it with this. So it's gonna cost me 10 bucks to mail it. I think they'll ship it back for free. 10 bucks for the blade. And you know, I might have a $40 blade by the time I get this back. We'll see. All right, I'm going to sanding now. The rest of the day I'll be sanding. Man, it's gonna look nice, but I have all these little catches, or what they are is when I'm dragging my grinding jig across my table, and it hooks, hangs up. That's what these little marks are. They'll all come out, but boy, they're gonna take some sanding. This looks like that. So, I mean, this is what it will eventually look like. Okay, I'm gonna take a little break. And that case knife, the big belt knife, I'm fixing to go work on that a little bit. I think I can get that. I'm just doing knives that I can do really quick. You know, like 20, 30 minutes of work. Polishing. I still got to sew that sheath. And I'm probably going to do that before I go home, just so it'll be ready for sale. I'm going to put some leather conditioner on it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to unsew it. And as I unsew it, I'm going to resew it with some better thread. Okay, taking a break. I'm going to work on that case. And then I'll come back and do some more sanding. And then that'll be it for today. And I will be out here oily in the morning and go back to sanding. My goodness. I just want to show you this. It took me about 2 hours to bring this back. Now, there are still deep down beneath the surface, you can see it's still got some stuff, but I just can't polish it out. You see them little, I don't know, nicks, divots? That's wax. Same there. But it almost looks brand new, except for the sheath. I've got some leather cleaner and conditioner at home. I'm gonna take this home and clean it. And now I'm gonna re-sew this, and then I'm going home. I'm gonna take this and this home. That will be ready for sale. This will be ready for sale. That's ready for sale. That's not spoken for, but I'm gonna make a sheet for it. So this, I don't even know. I'm thinking 85, and I'll pay for shipping because it's gonna cost me probably 14 bucks to ship, 13, 14 bucks, because it will not ship in my $10 box is about that long. And with a sheath, you know, I can fit them in sort of caddy corner, but that's just too big. So it'll take my bigger box to ship that, and that's 14 bucks. So 85 bucks if anybody wants it. This sheath will look, you know, not brand new, but it will look black and shiny and clean. All right, I'm gonna go sew this and go to the house. I've had a long day, and tomorrow I'm gonna have another long day. Okay, I re-sewed that, gave it a bit of a fade. I re-dyed this black, dressed the edge. I dressed the edge on this too. These were rough edges. So these are ready to go. Okay, I'm going to the house. I gotta get right in the shower. I have got, let me turn this around. I'll show you what I look like. My wife's gonna kill me. I want to wash up. Look, even here, and I got a lot of cleaning to do. That's kind of funny. But I've spent hours and hours and hours in front of that puffer, so yeah, I better go wash up in my shop sink before I even go home. She'll make me get undressed on the back porch. All right, have a good Friday, y'all. My email is bctruck@gmail.com. It's probably funny looking. I look like a chimney sweep, man. Alrighty, have a good Friday, y'all. bctruck@gmail.com if you want any of these 3 that I have ready to go. See ya. Okay, God, even up under here, wow. But I think I'm clean enough where I could sneak past security into the shower. See you tomorrow. That's a pretty moon. Beautiful. All right, it's almost time to start doing stuff. Let's have a cup of coffee and figure out what we're gonna do today. The sun is starting to wake up. Cat is probably getting hungry for her breakfast.